gives up on it.
But Skip, on the warm-ups, he was practicing the hook a lot.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot
All
of those guys was maybe it was Skip, you know how they throw the pass like they playing football. But a lot of the guys was practicing the hook shot.
Okay, all right, maybe they're just paying homage because Kareem is in the house sitting.
He was
maybe
right there,
watching them warm up.
He was.
Okay, so then the next possession, which becomes the possession, we had gone back and forth. Is he going to try to tomahawk dunk it? What's he going to do? And he goes to the fadeaway, and he did say after the game, this is also my signature shot as well. It's a 14-footer. It's just inside the free throw line. Okay, and he just went up with conviction. There was no doubt about it. When it left his hand, I just thought, because he held the pose.
Yes.
Okay, to me, that's an MJ shot. Okay, so to me, it's partly paying homage to Michael Jordan, but it's also saying anything you can do, I can do better. Because obviously the GOAT case always comes down to Jordan versus LeBron. So the more I started to think about it after the game, I thought maybe he did. It looked like on this possession, he was just playing basketball, like he didn't have a plan. He just shot whatever came. It's not like he worked to get free for that shot. It just happened in the flow of the game. But I think it worked, and I think he loved it because it's Jordan's mid to late career shot that as he got older, he had to resort more and more to that little fadeaway, but from about that length, right in there, sometimes 8, 10, 12, 14 feet. And I think he got a kick out of the fact I out MJ'd MJ. With
I think the thing is, Skip, he said he didn't matter as long as it wasn't a free throw.
Well, that's what he said, and it wasn't a free throw.
It wasn't a free throw.
Okay.
And I didn't think, and this is why I didn't think he was going to drive the ball, because he didn't want to run the risk of it being he's a point or 2 points down. I drive the ball, I get fouled, and guess what? Let me go to my patented shot.
Okay. And to your original point, I did love the headband. It was a cool throwback look to young LeBron. This is how I started. I started with this. I'm going to end this pursuit of Kareem with this headband on. And he looked good. I wonder if he'll continue to wear it.
I don't think he will, Skip, because you remember, I remember when he took the headband off for the first time once he got to the Lakers. And then it's like, damn, Bron, you look different. Now he put the head back on. I'm like, Bron, what you doing? It doesn't look like he wore a headband for 13, 14 years. It looked like, bro, why you wearing a headband? But if you go back and look, he wore it his whole Cleveland, Miami, back to Cleveland.
Sometimes in the finals against the Spurs in those back-to-back years,
he got knocked off.
He would go back and forth. And then he'd put it on and he'd get hot, and then he'd go cold, and he'd take it off, and he'd get hot, and it was almost like a good luck charm, whether he had the headband on or not. Okay, this all led to stopping the game for 10 great minutes. And I thought it was perfect. I don't know how it felt at courtside, but the length of it was just fine. I don't think the Thunder had any problem with it.
It didn't seem that long. It was that long. Okay.
It was about 10 real minutes. But the beats of it were perfect. All the right people said all the right things. LeBron was great. Great hug. Kareem hasn't always said the nicest things about LeBron, but he was on his best behavior last night, so I appreciated that. And LeBron was great in honoring him.
Yes.
And then in the end, LeBron, he's got his daughter, his sons, and everybody, and Savannah's there. It was a very sweet, perfectly executed moment to me. And then he gives his speech, which was great, and I think it was just right from his heart, right off the top of his head. And then he gets stuck at the end, and he doesn't know how to finish it, and he F-bombs. And I'm like, what? But he was so overcome. He was overwhelmed by the emotion of the moment, and it's like, I don't know how to get out of this, so man. Thank you.
Skip, it's not like a situation. Kobe did what he did in game, and then they take time, and then they bring him out on the court. That's in the moment. You ain't got time. You can't remember what you had. Man, this is what I want to say. You get to going up and down the court, Skip. You get the heat of the moment. And all of a sudden, okay, here's your moment. Like, damn, I know I want to say, let me thank this person. The only thing you can remember, I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my beautiful wife, my kids, the Laker Nation. Thank you for supporting me. Like, damn, there's somebody else. There's something else I wanted to F it. Well, thank you.
I got it. I didn't love the conclusion. I wish we could have done without that because it was such a good speech from the heart. But then, as I tweeted, you think about it, I just think he didn't know where to go with it. Like, I give up. I don't. This moment is bigger than my brain is at this point.
Like you said, you had 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. How much time had they exhausted, getting to the point the commissioner spoke? And then Kareem, and you acknowledging people, and then he's like, try to put this in a nice bow.
Yep. Well, he did, and then that was it. So that led to the fourth quarter, and it was going to go one of two ways for LeBron James. He was either going to be re-energized by the moment, or he was going to be completely drained, spent, shot by the moment. And I thought he was completely out of emotional gas by the time the fourth quarter started, because they needed him to do something, and he just wasn't capable of much in the fourth quarter.
He only took
two shots. Right, and made one. Yep. And then his foot, I guess, was bothering him in the end, and he goes over. He pulled himself out.
Yes.
Again, they were down 13 with a couple of minutes left.
Right.
So it was a little, the final score of 3 points is a little misleading, because Russ just went crazy down the stretch, making wild driving shots.
Yes.
And it got them back in the game. Schroeder actually had a three that could have really made it interesting, and he left it short.
Yes.
But, LeBron would have had to have been superhuman to get it actually home.
Right.
And then he pulls himself out, and that was the end of that, because he's got his foot is bothering him.
Yes. But, Skip, we talked about that, Skip, they got blown out. But this is a young team now. They're going to get up and down on you. And you look at the pace of the game. I remember looking up, and the guy was sitting next to me.
Yep.
I said, they're on an 80-point half. They're on an 80-point pace for a half. They're on a pace for 150 points in the game. Now, luckily, they slowed down, because, Skip, they went and got 36 the first quarter and 40 the second.
Yep.
Getting up, you got to make a stop. And then late in the ball game, the third quarter, they're going back and forth. And the Thunder couldn't miss, Skip. You remember Mike Muscala was at the Lakers. He couldn't buy a three.
Couldn't buy one.
He couldn't miss last night.
No.
Nobody could miss a three. I'm like, what is this? When did y'all turn into the Warriors? Bombing threes left and right. That's not who y'all are.
No.
It was last night.
They're a middle of the pack.
Yes.
Shooting.
I couldn't tell last night.
No, I know. I think they relished the moment. I think they really had a good time knowing they could spoil the party.
But they didn't want LeBron. Skip, they came out, they were zoning, they was trapping him.
Yeah.
They wanted to get that. They didn't want him to break that record now.
They did not. And yet, I'll always remember that he's being guarded by Kenrich Williams, who I have a lot of respect for, because he's bounced around some, but he stayed all 4 years in college and was undrafted and has made his way. He's the opposite of LeBron. He's like as far from LeBron as you can get. He's one of those guys who had to make his way in the league as they call him Kenny Hustle, because that's what he does. He hustles and he plays defense, and he'll make a shot here or there. But his primary responsibility last night was to try to hold down LeBron, and he did the best he could. But he will always he will go down in NBA history as part of that shot, because he was the one who got victimized. It's not posterized, but he was victimized.
Oh, no, he got chronicle. Yeah, that's him right there.
That's him. No, that's him. Okay.
Look at TV. TV like, hey, let me get that, bro. He got a perfect block now. He got Shea Gilgeous on his back, on the reel.
Yeah, he's got a dunk right there, right?
He gonna take it out the net. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But look, I was disappointed. I think I might have been the only one that was disappointed that he win, because everybody else but he broke the record. I'm like, but the objective was to try to win the game in the process of.
It would have made it sweeter.
Yeah.
It would have been put the bow on it. You got to put the bow on it.
And that's it. But Skip, like I said, I went to the building and I was the only one that didn't think that everybody else thought he was going to get it. And not one flash. I guess look where we are now, Skip. No flashes. Everybody got the camera phone, just videoing.
No flashes. Once upon a time, it would have been blinding.
Yes.
Yep.
Because you look at 98, Skip. All you see is flashes going off against Jordan.
I got it.
On that final shot.
Yeah.
But it was an unbelievable atmosphere.
Well, I'm glad you were there.
Yeah.
One of those moments everybody will remember where they were when LeBron hit that shot and set that record.
I remember where I
Guys,
was when I called him to go. You remember where I was when I said he was the GOAT?
That was on December 29th of 1984, right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Guys, we have so much more on LeBron's record-breaking night this morning. Also, does this firmly put LeBron on top of the GOAT conversation? That and a whole lot more coming up next on Undisputed.